Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with DC Rebirth Superman from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. And before I get into him, I just want to kind of take a trip through memory lane. If you all recall, about a year ago, let's wind the clocks back a year, if you will. Holiday season last year, as part of the merciless Build-A-Figure wave, they gave us this infected Superman, the Joker infected Superman. And when it was first announced, people were like, "What? Who? Joker? Why isn't it just Bizarro? It should just be Bizarro." Whatever, Todd. And of course, it actually turned out to be one of the great figures from this line to date. It turned out so great that some people, not me, but some people wondered out loud, wow, it'd be really cool if they just gave us a regular Superman with this body mold, because it's so good. And a few months later, they did give us that Bizarro, and it was very good as well. Maybe not as good as the Infected, but not as good. And then now here we are today, finally, with a just classic iteration of Superman using the infected, Joker-infected Superman body. So is this going to be a case of be careful what you wish for, or is it going to be as good as everyone had hoped it would be? Let's just find out. So take a good look at him here out of the box. I found this at Target. He was part of this sort of floating end cap display thing that looked kind of holiday themed. It was him, and it was a couple of the animated figures, which I passed on. I'm not big on the animated ones. Getting him out of the box, he looks better than he did in the box, frankly. And I think, yeah, on camera, as you can see, that this blue looks really great. It is a slight shade off of just this original Wave 1 Superman that they did, but in pretty close. In the family, close enough. And then the shield is the same sort of color, the shiny yellow and red as that original Superman. Really sharp. The cape is a reuse of the Red Sun Superman cape, which suits it pretty well. I mean, I don't have any problems with that cape. And I'll say, because I know I've come down on repaints hard in the past, I don't have a problem with a repaint here and there. What really annoys me is when like a whole wave comes out and they're almost entirely reuse and repaint, and it doesn't feel like you get much fresh newness. That's when I start to check out a little bit. But just an individual repaint here and there, especially when you have a fantastic just regular body, I'm not gonna complain too much about that. And this, man, I really expected to come down pretty hard on this, but it looks and feels great. And I don't know why I'm surprised, because I mean, we all know that infected Superman body is S tier. Just going through some of the articulation points if you haven't seen them. Fantastic movement on the head that gets all the way up for that. Wow. Man. I don't know. I've got some gripes, but I'm having a hard time complaining about this. This is really delightful, actually, in hand. But from a design standpoint, I don't love this undies look. The belt here is whatever, but I think when you don't have the red undies, you run the risk of sort of like that NECA Homelander. It makes it look very short, like no undies, no boots to break up that just solid blue. It makes him look really short. You know what I mean? When you break up that solid color, he just feels like he's a foot taller. And then the other element is the sort of the base body has this feeling that he's got all like his shoulders kind of hunched, like he's in more of a sort of action-y, fighty kind of moment, which is not a look I love in just what's meant to be a default Superman. if that makes sense. I mean, it'd be great if you know you got him. Maybe you're doing a display or photograph, and he's punching a train, you know, or a semi truck or something like that, or you know he's holding back a speeding locomotive, you know, something kind of like that, where he's tapping into his super strength. But he doesn't have this sort of more neutral, elegant, sort of graceful, effortless feeling of, you know, Superman. So those are some minor gripes. The biggest gripe, I think, if you've seen pictures of this thing, you're gonna know what it is what the hell is this thing on the who? Why? Like we're going into a phase here with due to like global shipping issues, the increasing price of petroleum and stuff, plastic, paint, shipping, you know, just everything involving getting toys from where they're made to you, and with the highest level of quality and detail. It's becoming increasingly difficult and increasingly cost ineffective. And we've already started to see the paint take a hit on these, which in and of itself is an already existing annoyance. But then when you do something like this and you use the like one paint app that you have to put these nonsensical stripes on here that are completely at odds with what's sculpted, it's just like it's an insult, really. Like nobody wants to put this up on a shelf. It's just embarrassing because of this. It's bad. It's stupid. It's a bad move. Don't do stuff like this. Paint the details that you sculpted in. Do not. No, guys. No. And just for the sake of comparison, you know, they just did this Red Sun Superman. He had the details sculpted into the legs there already, and they just didn't paint it, and it looks way better. I would prefer you just don't do it. And then similarly, the Bizarro, they just painted that stripe that was sculpted, and it looks great. Looks sharp. Looks like it belongs there. This looks like an accident. Dumb move, bad move. Don't do that. The paint on the head is a little, like, he looks like kind of heavy. He's got kind of dark circles under his eyes. And compare this as well to that original Superman that had maybe slightly less paint on it, but was better done. Just like a flush in his cheeks. Where's this? I hate to complain about them using paint after what I just said, but it just looks like he's kind of sleepy. And they did give a little bit of blue highlights in the hair, which I really like when they give some dimension to the hair. He comes with a flight stand, which is a nice touch. No additional hands. Every other one of these, the hands feel like they're missing because he's just got two fists, but I mean, it is what it is. Really, for me, it begs the question of, should this line continue to exist at the $20 price point as it is? If the state of the accessories and the paint apps are what they are at that price point, does this just need to move up like Legends did? I mean, I don't know. Frankly, I feel like I would rather just pay a few extra bucks and get a more complete thought. But the other thing is, I know if you're a big fan of this line, the way I am, one of the most important factors is the value for the price. So I don't know. It's a real quandary. See what he looks like there next to these others from this same body mold, and he looks all right. I think he looks like the weakest of the bunch. Mostly the undies. I think the blue undies and the lack of like a strong definition on the red stripe here, they kind of make him disappear a little bit next to these two. And then next to Henry Cavill and Red Sun, he holds his own next to these guys pretty well. Then a big question for me, though, is how does he stack up next to these other New 52 and DC Rebirth styled characters. Is he the one that should be kind of the leader of this Justice League? And I gotta say, I don't know. I still think this first one kind of fits in with them better. It just feels stronger next to these other characters. Let's hear. See, I'm just not sure if this feels like the guy that's holding this whole team together. I still think this original one is the one to beat, and the one that really looks like he can keep the rest of these guys in line. There you go, guys. Rebirth Superman. I really expected to dislike this one a lot more than I did. I still think this red line here is maybe one of the worst sins they've committed to date with this multiverse line. But far more enjoyable than I expected. Not going to replace the original Wave 1 Superman, but a really solid figure. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.